Thank you and welcome to the show this morning. The topic this morning is the homeless population in Nashville, and we're fortunate to have with us two persons to talk about some of the challenges faced by the homeless population in Nashville. Ms. CGreenlee, and of course Ms. Greenlee is an activist, a person who is involved with the homeless population in Nashville, and a homeless person himself, Mr. DBrown1 from St. Louis, Missouri, who will also talk about his efforts in terms of trying to better himself and move beyond homeless and some of the challenges that he has to face. And of course, Mr. Brown and Ms. Greenlee, let me welcome the two of you to the show this morning.
Thank you.
And to tell you how delighted we are, Ms. Greenlee, since you've been with us before, and Mr. Brown, to have the two of you here and to talk about what we consider to be one of the real problems, and it's sort of a persistent problem. It has been around as long as I can remember, but it's still here. So let's have the two of you, and let's start with you, Ms. Greenlee, by having the two of you give us some information about your background and how you became involved in some of the activities that you're involved in. I think I introduced you as an activist and how you became involved. And of course, Mr. Brown will tell us about how he got to Nashville, Tennessee, and then we'll talk about homelessness in Nashville from that perspective.
All right.
Okay. Well, I became involved because I was homeless myself for around almost 11 years. Just been off the streets almost 5 years now. Well, right at 5 years. Being a survivor from the streets and knowing that it's a necessity to have housing, food, and water, it brought back to my attention that it has to be an organization out here that really just deals with nothing but the homeless issues. I mean, of course, you know me from the Galaxy Star Drug Awareness Program, so that itself allowed us to deal with the homeless population. And that gave me a lot more education and a lot more teaching on it. And then came along this organization called Nashville Homeless Power Project. And when I found out it was ran and organized by homeless and formerly homeless individuals, it was like, oh yeah, you know, I like to be a part of that because it's real. The ones who are running it has experienced it themselves. And coming from the streets, like I said, of Nashville, living under the bridges, sleeping in the alleys, practically eating out of trash cans, learning how to survive out there without any system helping us, it was a horrifying experience for me. And that itself brought me into wanting to do something about this.
Mr. Brown, you came all the way from St. Louis, Missouri. How did you get to Nashville, Tennessee?
I hitchhiked here.
All the way from St. Louis?
Yeah, I met a trucker when I was hitchhiking.